And the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They find some open field here. And a pretty good burst there. So get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him the fortunate decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 1st down, it's gone. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Goff. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Gone. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
From the red zone now, Goff. Got his man, it's Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 21-0 our score after 1. From the 17, Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Goff throwing again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick. Not good at all.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. They'll run here with Dillon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Dillon. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw on second down is gone. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Goff. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter. Now Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. They're flipping over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Play action. It's Goff. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the 50, it's Goff. Quickly to Hawkinson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again is Goff. They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a give right side Swift. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Goff. On the slant, this is Chark. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Swift is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Seibert up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Love with a give to Dillon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Red, cycle. Yellow, blue.
On 2nd and 12, Love. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Yellow. Blaster. 6. 6. Mega. Ready?
On 3rd down, Love. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 8 touchdowns for the rookie in the regular season. Now he's got his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 67 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnes, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Goff on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Goff throwing again. Right side to Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Sharp calls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And he was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch, yellow.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.